Okay guys, welcome back to another one. As you can see, here is my M135i. I have got new plates on. I forgot to even do any content on this. Obviously they are 3D gel. They're purely for show before anyone goes mad. But that is my company name there. Obviously I make them myself. They're normally clean. y3splates.com, link in the description, and there's also a 10% off code for anyone who does want to pick up some plates. All support is appreciated. Anyway, we have done 1,000 miles in this car. It's come very fast. My mileage is starting to slow down again. When I first got the car, I was driving crazy. I can promise you, it's not going to stay this consistent. But I have done 1,000 miles. You can tell by the absolute state of the car. I feel almost bad for it, you know, almost. As you know, I do not clean my cars. Don't plan to change that. No, I do. This car looks so good when it's clean. Obviously it's been a bit of a workhorse at the moment, but back to the topic. We've done 1,000 miles. Have I found, obviously I bought this car from brand new. I think it had like 10 miles on it or something. So there's like a teething problem. Have I found any, well, there's a teething period, should I say. Have I found any problems, anything that I'm not a fan of the car, anything that's gone wrong with the car? We're going to be talking about it today. A genuine owner's review, not some journalist who's got the car for half an hour. A genuine owner's review based off all the comments and the messages that I get from owners of this car. These cars are spot on, they're bang on, they're amazing. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about how I found it, and yeah, any problems. Problem number one is very similar to the Mark 8 Fiesta ST, where this is kind of like a dip and all the water sits in there, so when you drive off it all drips all down here and it gets this disgusting. So it doesn't matter how clean your car is, if it's rain it's going to get covered. Most of these things will be first world problems before you start thinking like anything's gone wrong with the car. I probably should preface this by saying the car's been spot on. If you want a genuine problem, there is one like genuine problem. It's not going to happen now, but I'll get in the car anyway. It is when I turn on and off the car, only sometimes. It won't happen now, so I'm not going to show you. But behind the dash somewhere, there's a tapping noise. We thought it might have been to do with the heater matrix, like turning on and off or something. But it happens when the fans are on, but also when the fans are off, so I don't know. It's not a big problem, but obviously you turn off the car, ding, 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 then it happens for like 5 seconds and then it stops. And obviously sometimes it happens when you turn the car on as well. I don't know what it could be, but it's around, it's behind here somewhere. It's so weird. That is genuine. That's the only problem that I've had with the car. Obviously that is an actual problem. Might be a small thing, might be a big thing, who knows. But if we're talking about teething problems, that is it. Now I'm going to be talking about first world problems, which don't actually count. Like I said, the rain in the back of it, like it gets all dirty. Interior wise, the only problems that I found, I said it in one of the old videos, if you're doing too much on the screen at once, it can get a bit sluggish and start to lag. So that is the only problem. I mean, for a 2024 car, you'd hope the screen would be able to cope, but it does sometimes lag and freeze, only for a couple of seconds, but that is, again, an issue I found. Seats are spot on, absolutely immaculate. The gearbox, now this is something, I've had it in comments as well. At low speeds, and when it's cold as well, the gearbox can be quite jerky and clunky to the point where you're actually getting thrown around a bit. Once it's warm, it's fine, it's smooth, it's beautiful. But when it is cold, like many things, it does struggle. Again, for a 2024 car at this price range, you'd hope otherwise, but you can't really fix like mechanical things at the end of the day. So that is one issue with the driving side of it. Power wise, handling wise is nice. The tires, I've got Bridgestone Potenzas. I'm pretty sure you're meant to have Pilot Sport 4s, but me and my friend both got Bridgestone Potenzas. We haven't had a problem, which is, they've been great. Steering wheel's nice and chunky. That doesn't really give me any issues there. We're going to be very picky in this because, as I've said, I love this car, but if we're trying to find problems, these, they just sound a bit cheap. You know, like on my old Fiesta, I keep going back there because I adored that car. The buttons were soft and they were easy to touch. These, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Doesn't sound amazing if we're being honest. Clasping at straws for issues. Everyone's different. Your car may have other problems. I know my friend, he got his the same week as mine, and his driver door somewhere started to get a rattle, whereas mine's fine. There's no squidges or creaks or anything. Mine is absolutely spot on, but his has got a rattle in there somewhere. So like I said, everyone's car is different. Touch wood, I might have just got away with a somewhat decent car. 1,000 miles, 1,277 miles I've done in this car. As I've said, it's not going to continue that much. That's a lot. I've just been enjoying the car, but I'm changing jobs, I'm changing everything, so everything's going to be calming down a lot. As far as I'm aware, that's all the issues on the inside, so let's go back out on the outside. The back of the car, the only issue is that thing we've spoken about. Side's fine. I haven't really found an issue with any of the doors. If we're being picky, I don't know if it's because the car's new, but this door can be sometimes like that, can be quite hard to close. You have to give it a somewhat slam. First world problem, doesn't really mean anything, but as I said, I'm trying to find things wrong with the car. The car's been spotless, flawless. Obviously, being a new car, you've got these bright headlights, which does attract quite a few flies and moths, which is a natural thing. That's nothing to do with the car itself. But if we're being honest, all the tech and everything has worked as best as it can do. The seats have been spot on. It's only been 1,000 miles, so the car's not going to be falling apart yet. But if there was an issue, it would have come out. As I said, my friends faced a bit of an issue, nothing serious. It's like a first world teething problem. But the actual cars themselves, flawless, spot on. I'm really impressed with them, as I've said 1,000 times. So yeah, that is 1,000 miles in this car done. Onwards and upwards. Let's see if I do get any issues come up. Hopefully not. Obviously you wouldn't expect it or hope for it, but hopefully I'll see you again. Yeah, cheers.